Thank you, Mr. President. At the outset, India would like to express its sincere appreciation to Bahrain for convening today's open debate. I would also like to thank the briefers for their insightful remarks. There have been major developments, particularly in the Middle East, since the last quarterly open debate in January this year. These developments have serious implications across domains: international peace and security, economic and energy security, food security, international trade, and global supply chains. Today's debate, therefore, could not have been more timely and relevant. For India, Middle East is our proximate neighborhood, and we have significant stakes in the security and stability of the region. Our trade and energy supply chains are strongly linked to this geography, with implications for economy and energy security. Almost 10 million Indians live and work in the Gulf region. Their safety and well-being are a key priority for us. Since the outbreak of the conflict in the region on 28 February, India has been guided by its consistent and categorical calls to pursue dialogue and diplomacy and de-escalate tensions. Addressing the underlying issues is central to these goals. We have also expressed deep concern at the conflict and its aftermath, and urged all the relevant parties to exercise restraint, avoid escalation, and prioritize safety of civilians. In this context, India also underlines that sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states must be respected. Commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz is of particular concern to India, given its importance to our energy and economic security. Commercial shipping must not be the target of military attacks, and such attempts are deplorable. India notes with concern that precious lives of Indian seafarers aboard ships have been lost during the course of the conflict. We underscore that the targeting of commercial shipping and endangering innocent civilian crew members or otherwise impeding the freedom of navigation and commerce in the Strait of Hormuz are unacceptable. International law in this regard must be fully respected. It bears mention in this context that India had co-sponsored UNSC Resolution 2817 that was adopted on 11th March. We strongly urge for an early restoration of safe and unimpeded freedom of navigation and global commerce through the Strait of Hormuz. Mr. President, ongoing developments in Gaza and West Bank also deserve our utmost attention. The humanitarian situation there calls for more active discussions and urgent action to alleviate it. The loss of civilian lives, including women and children, and destruction of civilian infrastructure continue to be a concern. Over the years, including in the recent past, India has been supporting Palestinians in Gaza and West Bank through the implementation of projects with a view towards making a tangible impact on their daily lives. Capacity building and livelihood development receive considerable attention under India's human-centric approach on this front. Even as we undertake such projects, the need for a lasting solution can hardly be overemphasized. At this juncture, India reiterates its support for a two-state solution and for all efforts towards a lasting and durable peace in the region. Mr. President, India would now like to draw the attention of member states towards developments in Lebanon, including regarding UNIFIL. Blue helmets serve in challenging circumstances in accordance with UN Security Council mandate towards the cause of maintenance of international peace and security, and they must not be targeted. We strongly condemn all attacks on UN peacekeepers deployed in UNIFIL. Such attacks must be thoroughly investigated in an expeditious manner and perpetrators brought to justice. It is vital to respect the sanctity and inviolability of UN premises. Safety and security of peacekeepers are non-negotiable. There must be accountability for crimes against these peacekeepers. It bears recall that India piloted UNSC Resolution 2589 regarding accountability for crimes against peacekeepers. We welcome the announcement of a ceasefire in Lebanon and hope that this will advance the negotiations between Israel and Lebanon, leading to lasting peace in the region and an end to the suffering of people on both sides. Turning to Syria, India supports a Syrian-led and Syrian-owned political process, and our commitment to the Syrian people is manifested in our humanitarian and development support to them in diverse ways. Mr. President, Middle East cannot remain a theater of conflict. The people of the region deserve peace, dignity, and hope after decades of turmoil. India stands ready to support all sincere efforts that are aimed at realizing just and lasting peace in the region.